guys, Jokester here, bringing another episode of Infinite Choices. We are up to episode 6, and as you can see, our crops are doing swimmingly. Let's take a look at how we're doing. Yes, we have lots of wheat now, seeds are going back in, all running well. What I've settled on is I think running every 10 seconds, it seems to do okay. We are maintaining our power with this coal generator. However, we got to do something about this. We are clearly running out of coal, and I don't want to have to put this in. So our wooden chopper is not doing so well, and so we're going to do something about that. Now you can see I've got stone upgrade in here, and I got a couple other things we'll get into in a second. So let's go upgrade this guy, because I want to leverage these upgrades that we've already used. I can't use higher level in a lower level container or chopper. So let's go up to a higher level. So let's bring up the chopper, and we're going to bring up the stone chopper. So we're going to need 2 of these. I got to get more wood. Let's see here, wood. There it is. Let's do that, which should give us close to a full stack, and actually a little more. Good. Excellent. Put all that back. Now we can go back and do this. Give me 2 of these. 1, 2. Do not stack. And let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I need 7. Darn it. One more. There we go. Okay, now we've got a stone chopper. So also, for right now, I want to put some coal in there. Coal. I have 6 there. Let's grab half a stack, only because I want to get a little wood out of there right away. So let's put this down, and I'm going to put in, so if we put in range 7, 8, and 9, and so that should then do, actually no, you know what? I want to get those back. I want 8, range 8. So that's how you get those back out. And so you can put range 8. That way it'll do all around it. I'm going to put this in here for right now. And then I'm going to put oak saplings. Do not shift click in, or they do not. Okay, there we go. Yeah, see, range 8 means 1 extra. Okay, I guess we're going range 7. Well, we're learning the subtleties of this guy. And let's make it range 7. Missed it. Crumble. Okay, try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. There is a subtle little delay there. So let's put that in. Okay. Oh, wait. I don't want that axe. I want this axe. This will last a little bit longer. There we go. I can also use Tinker's weapons in there. And so yeah, that'll make it last a little bit longer. But for right now, I'm not worried about making it last super long. Heck, I could throw in an obsidian all-in-one tool in theory. I wonder if that'll work. Let's try it. Nope. In theory, yes. In reality, no. Okay, so that's going to do hopefully 8 times as much. It was taking forever and barely able to keep itself feeding. So that's why we do the, I've got a few more, maybe I'll move that one away. But the next thing we want to work on is dealing with our coal problem. I don't want to have to use non-sustainable coal, so there's a couple options we can do. One of them is, if we look at progressive automation, they've got this thing called an RF engine. And if I were to make this, I can actually supply it with RF. And so that might be an option to do. But I want to show you guys another really cool way. I've done this in my Unstable series, and I'm going to make a resonator from ExtraUtils. If you look at the recipe, it's a little bit of iron, 1 block of coal, and some redstone, and this resonating redstone crystal. You get these from mining the redstone in the world, and they randomly drop. Or if you don't have enough, then you can create them with just a little bit of redstone and this ender shard. How do you create the ender shard? You take a glass cutter with an ender pearl, and it makes 8 of these shards. So effectively, you get 8 of those resonating redstone crystals out of it. The glass cutter, very simple recipe. So I have created a resonator, and if I put this down, How this works is it uses GP. GP is a type of power, but it's different than what you think of in terms of like an RF or an EU or a joules, Minecraft joules, and whatnot. It does not build up. It is an instantaneous amount of power at any given point. And so if we look at this manual mill, this is a way of generating GP. There's other ways, ExtraUtils, there's other ways of generating GP. And so there is a fire mill, it creates 2. Lava generator creates 2, twice as good as this one, well, kind of. And then this one generates 4, not really, I'll show you. And then the windmill. And so the windmill is dependent on how the wind is blowing. So you can see it's varying right there. It's all the way down to 0.8, all the way up to 1 point something. This manual mill it generates 1 per second, let's say, and kind of builds up to what you need. It's what we're going to use in the beginning. There is, lastly, a dragon egg generator. There's only 1 dragon egg that can be had without some other clever ways, calculator mod or Tome of Reliquary to be able to get more dragon eggs. But ultimately, this gives a 500 GP, a ton. So we're not near that yet, so we're going to use this manual mill. The way the manual mill works is when you generate GP anywhere in the world, it will apply it to your grid power in the ether or wherever. So I can put it on top of here, I can put it just anywhere in the world, and see how it says no power used, no power generated. If I were to right click on this, I am now generating 15 GP. And so if I were to take let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, I've got 1 extra. And if I make this into a stone brick, and then I take these stone bricks and I turn it into polished stone, so now it becomes ExtraUtils specific, right? And if I look at the uses, we've got varying levels of things. Well, we can create these solar panels to create early GP. They're 1 per. Or lunar panel when it gets night, and it's 1 GP per. The other thing we can do is, of course, that's how I made this manual mill. But what we want to do is to go to the next one, next level of power to get more. Let's say we want to make a lava generator. You have to make the stone burnt. What's the recipe for stone burnt? You take this polished stone that we just made, put it through a resonator, and it makes stone burnt. So let me show you how that works. If I put this in here, it's going to say I need 8 GP. Remember, we can generate 15 manually, but we need 8, and we're not generating any right now. So if I go over here and I just start doing this, it starts generating 15. It's an instantaneous amount, and see, it gets up to 5, then 6, then 7, and then 8. And now it has just created one of these stone burns, and we're well on our way to creating more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a bunch of these, and I will bring you back and we will take it to the next level. Okay, I now have 54 stone burnt. So it's just a bunch of stone and a little bit of time. And so what we want to do is we can pick anything we want. The fire mill, you actually put fire next to it and it generates 2. Lava, you put lava next to just a source block, and so you surround a source block of lava with 4 of these guys, and it would give you 8 per lava source block. It does not consume the lava. The wind, as we mentioned, just needs to be in the air, kind of like a windmill. And I believe the higher up, the more wind blows, and therefore the more power generates. But that's not only is it variable, and I don't want to be. This takes 32. I don't want to be flying and all of a sudden fall in the lava or something like that because the wind died down. Yeah, we're going to go with the water mill, which also happens to give the most GP. And I mentioned earlier that it's not necessarily 4. And we'll see why. So the recipe for this is this stone burnt with redstone gears. So that's pretty straightforward, right? And then, oops, wrong key. But that's all right. And then this resonating redstone crystal. So let me get some wood here going. All right. Wrong key. All right, so we'll get that. Oh, we can leave that in the inventory. And then we'll make this here. Pretty straightforward. 5, 6. Let's just go ahead and make them all. Redstone's not that vital. Let's see, watermill, and let's see how many I can make. Can make 3 of these because I need more of those crystals. So I want to Got redstone. This, we need a glass cutter. Let's make that. And then back here, and oh, that one. We're going to make all of these, right? Takes a little bit of the durability. And then I'm going to make this, and we're going to make all 8 of them, which is fine. And now I want 9 of these watermills. I've got 3 of them, so we want to make 6 more. We're actually short on redstone torches, so let's make some more. And there's my sticks. All right. Let's see, 4 more. Yeah, that's going to be plenty for right now. And so let's go with watermill. These guys here. So if I need 2 more, I need 4 of these. 3, 4. Okay. And then we will be able to make the last 2 of these. Okay. Brilliant. Now, do we have any buckets in here? I don't know if I've actually made any buckets because we haven't done a smelter or anything. Nothing in here. Lots of good stuff that I've scraped from that dungeon. So let's make some buckets. I want to have 4. 3, 4, and then that will be not quite enough. Where's my iron? I'm looking for it. Oh my goodness, I don't see any. I swear I just brought, I'm sure it's in there. Just scanning real quick, trying to make it quick for you guys. Okay, so let's grab, okay. Where did those go now? Oh, I did have buckets. Well, we can grab it from right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to, where do we want to do this? Let's do this outside. Actually, you know what would be fun? It's just to do it right in here. Yeah, it's not going to be big enough, so let me widen this, and I'm going to do it right here. Alright guys, we have created this little section here. It is a 7 by 7. And that's because my grid is going to be a 5 by 5. So if I start in the middle, no. If I start in the middle, let's see. There, that one? Yeah, that's the middle. Okay. If we start in the middle and go and fan out like this in the proverbial X, down a little bit. Thank you, free runners. Okay, so now this is what it looks like, right? It's just a standard X using 9 of them. And I were to place this water, it needs to work with flowing water, okay? Solar panel from ExtraUtils. Nice. Wayla, you got a little problem. Okay, so if we do that, it generates 3 here, none here, because it's next to the source block. It has to be flowing, and 6 out here. The more it flows, the better it is. So if I were to move it out 1, let's wait for this to disappear, move it out, 8, 4, 9, 10 overall, I'm getting 42. So not bad. If we were to move it out 1 more, then we get 35, so a little bit less. So you might say, oh, that's a little bit tweaking. Well, I've already done the tweaking for you. So this is how I like to set it up. If I place 1 block higher on all of these, right? And let's get right in the center, right there, and right there. So if I were to do that, and then I place running water here, now you can see we're at 62 just with 1 of these. Now we place another one, and we are at, there's 98. So let's get the next 2. And lastly is 144 GP. So each one of these are now doing all 16. So that's the pattern I like right there. Get rid of those particles, right? So you can kind of see it's just 1 block higher right in the center on all 4 sides, water flowing from up 1 block high in a 5 by 5 pattern. Okay, 9 total GP. So that's really cool. All right, so I've already grabbed my resonator, which now, if we look at it, is going to be using 144 GP. So all good. And I want to do something about this. All right, so we've got to do 2 things. We need a stone axe to be automated. We've gotten tons of oak wood, which is great. We got to do something with charcoal. Now, if I were to take this out, it will use this coal right here. See how it pumps it in there? And that's why I wanted to use coal to begin with, just to see how much wood we're getting. But if we were to do something like go underneath here, then we can create us a little section. So let me get this dug out and I'll bring you right back. All right, now that we've got that set up, I have dug out a section for the chopper, and another section for the Stirling generator, which is out of coal. So let's do something about that. Now, the reason I wanted to set up this resonator is because in Extra Utilities, they've got this really cool stuff called red coal. And I gotta find it here. Red. I have redstone. Where is it? Where is it? Let's try coal. There it is. Called red coal, but I just wasn't seeing it for some reason. And you can turn coal with a burn time of 1600 into red coal, which has 8 times as much. So it's not showing here, but let's give it a go and see what we come up with. So the first thing I need to do is I need to turn this wood into charcoal. So we can do it with many other different ways, but I'm going to use a vanilla furnace just to show you that you can do it very cheap. So if you know anything about the furnace, it has 3 slots, right? And so you pipe, this is the top. When you pipe in things from the top, it goes into here. When you pipe in things from the side, it goes into here. And when you pull things out of the bottom, it pulls out of here. So we are going to put in a little infrastructure here. Let's go this way and this way. So that puts it in the top. And so what I want to do is I want to put wood in the top so that it makes charcoal. And then I want to put wood into the bottom so that it burns. And pretty soon what we could do is we could actually feed the red coal back up into here. I don't remember if it actually works in this furnace or not, but we'll test that out. And then the last thing is we need to pull it out from the bottom. So we're going to need to set that to extract. So let me get down here. I haven't made a wrench yet, so I can't do this without actually looking at it, but we're going to set that to extract, and whatever it makes, it will just extract. Not a problem. So let me fill that block back in. All right, so now we want to, and you know what, let's put the resonator right next to it. So we'll put the resonator right here, and so that's going to feed out whatever comes into it. It's going to feed out, which will be coal. It'll feed that and turn that into the red coal, and then we will move our way around here and on up into here. Okay, and of course we're going to need to set this to no, come on, extract always active. Well, yeah, there won't be any redstone down here, so I can leave it that way. All right, and this is going to be insert, right? And this is into our Stirling generator up there. So we now need to get just the wood out, and so it's going to be chopping its stuff. It's going to be pulling out wood here. We can actually throw other wood back up into here, and so we'll need to put a filter on here on the extract, so that only need a piece of that wood. Just give me one. Just need a piece of the wood, and we can hit extract. So now, if we go up here and we set this to insert, and we go, and that should be filling up. We go over here, we set this to insert. That should be filling up after the top fills up. So in order to fix that, we want to set this to round robin. So now it should, if I were to take this out, put this back in there and let it go do its stuff all over again. All right, so now it'll be filling up both equally. It's round robin between the two. So now it'll start generating its coal, or charcoal, I mean. So it pulls it out. Yay, yay. Oh, you know what? I gotta set this to insert because it can't pull out. So set that to insert. So now it goes in here and it starts making its takes the charcoal and makes it into red coal. And I'll show you this here in a second. Just gotta wait for it, and it uses 16 GP, but that's okay because we've got 144 GP. So let's see if I can grab this real quick. Got it. So see this? This is 1600. This is 12,800. That's why we're doing this. Just a little bit of infrastructure, and now we have 8 times the amount of power. And if we look in here, if I put this in here, now it's going to, when it needs power, it's going to burn for over 5 minutes. I think 6 minutes total or something like that. Much, much better. So now this is pretty much self-sustaining. And pretty soon, when this fills up, this will fill up, right? Everything will start backing up, and then we'll get more wood up here. We can take it as we want. This guy is using oak wood. We can throw red coal back into here too. So I could feed this back up into here, turn this into an in and out. But, oops, turn this in. Don't right-click with that in your hand. So so I could turn this into in and out and then feed the red coal, another little filter on there, and that is self-sustaining now. Now I don't have to come over here and pump manual coal in here. It's automatically using a tree farm. So one of my subscribers had asked, how do I create a tree farm in here? Well, here's a very simple way to make a tree farm. Okay. By the way, I did have to put that extra range in there. For some reason, I think it was because there was already one there, but it was leaving one out. So yeah, it is indeed 8 range. So that's an easy way to create a tree farm. It's self-sustaining. It automatically feeds itself full of wood. Now I have created a automated way of creating red coal and powering our farm here. There we go. That makes it look pretty. And so if I look in here, I'm going to be getting a ton of this wheat. So then I can take this over here and make my spaghetti. And whew, what a fun infrastructure just to set up to make spaghetti. So, whew, yeah, that was good. Good. Okay, guys. Well, I am pretty much at the wrapping up point. So let's stand here in our usual spot with our conduit in our hand, because that's very important. Or do we want the shovel? Ooh, glowy shovel. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, it was a fun episode. A lot of automation, a lot of neat stuff. We'll come back next episode and probably work on automating those axes, because we have to do that, and that'll involve a little bit of ExtraUtils goodness. So, McJada, you the bomb. You got some great mods, and we're going to leverage them next episode. So, guys, hope you enjoyed it. I sure had fun. And if you did, leave a like. And if you're new to my series, why don't you subscribe? We've got some great content, some clever ways of doing things, and hopefully you'll learn something and be enjoyed along the way. So, in the meantime, I will talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.